Thunderbird time. It has been sitting since 2016 with the spark plugs out. I'm going to douse all the cylinders with some WD and get the rocking the motor back and forth. Hopefully it is not stuck. I'm not even going to try it. I know I put a starter in this car in 2016 and spun the motor over and did spin at the time. And then I ended up with the car. It did have receipts where it had the fuel system redone, which was carburetor, fuel pump, fuel lines, fuel tank, and brakes, booster, master, bearings and rotors and drums and wheel cylinders and cylinders and springs and pads and all that. It's a tune of like almost $3,000 at a place called Veterans Restorations. So now it's in the way, and I don't want to tow it. I'd like to drive it. 66 T-Bird. Let's see if we can get it back going after, what is that, 8 years? Yep, here we go. Woo! That took a lot longer than it should have. Even though it says easy reach, that side wasn't that easy. Alright, we'll be back tomorrow. You may be asking yourself, what are we doing today, Jason? Well, it's a Sunday, and I was cutting some grass, and there's one car I'm tired of walking around. So we're going to try to drain the water out of the oil. Yes, I said that correctly. Old T-Bird. I just jacked it up, removed some weeds. We left the spark plugs out of this thing for the last, I don't know, 6 to 8 years, and it accumulated all the moisture and condensation built up over time. I started to do a video on this thing last week. I don't know if I saved it. If not, we'll go over things again. Motor does spin over, but I didn't want to spin it where it's building up oil pressure because I noticed water dripping out of the middle, like where the weep hole for the water pump is, but a little further back. And that's when I noticed it wasn't the water pump. And then I pulled the dipstick and it was slap full, like so full I doubt it even had a chance to rust over, hence the reason the motor was still spinning over. So let's take this big ass truck oil pan, see how bad things really are. Let me get my big ass under there and we'll fill you in. I mean, it could have been the weep hole, but I don't see it. I just don't see it. And I forgot that this thing had just had so much work into it. New exhaust, new starter, new fuel pumps, fresh oil change. Looks like lower control arms, calipers. And look, it still has floor pans. No rusted up floors. Oh, why did I let this car sit? I should have done something with it. Freeze plugs are blue, so that tells me that this thing is super low miles. Or it had a refresh. Looks like all the freeze plugs are still there. Dirt daubers. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Transmission line sections have been done. New caliper over there. New brake hoses. Oh, why did I choose to let this one sit? I am definitely kicking myself. New radiator. New radiator hoses. Alright, let's get my brand new iPhone that's already got a cracked screen out of the way. Grab one of these here wrenches. New tie rod ends. And when I say new, folks, new to the car new, but not new as in like last week new, because I've had this car since, I don't know, it's 2024 now. I've had it since 2018 maybe. think I've got the right wrench. No. That should work. Like my understanding, ooh, I can see that pretty 9-inch back there. My understanding is it even had new fuel tanks and fuel lines and rear brake hardware and all that good stuff put in it. And then I got it and did the typical thing and moved it to 3 different shops and did nothing with it. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Somebody signed the bottom of it though. Can you see that? Looks like it's a W. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Be water, and then oil. What would Derek do? Well, I'd like to think he'd do the same thing. Oh yeah, that's good water right there. So my goal is to get it to crank so I can move it out of the way, because the city doesn't like the cars that don't run being up front at the shop. But I'd honestly love to drive it. Oh my goodness. That's so clear you almost could drink it. Oh man. I gotta do a Snapchat too. Let's put that back up there. Alright, funny Snapchat on the way. Here we go. I know what's wrong with it. It ain't got no gas in it. That's not supposed to be there. Nope. Alright. Oopsie. That's not supposed to be there. Wow. That is some clean water. It's starting to smell awful. Anybody? I don't know what happened. We're 10:14. Good news is about that much water, there should be no rust. Holy shit. There we go. Now we should have little baby turds coming out. Oh, look at that. Oh, it looks like Play-Doh. That's not supposed to do that. Let's get rid of this water and do it again. I know what's wrong with it. It ain't got no gas in it. That's not supposed to be there. Oh man, that is insane. Alright. I don't like contaminating my oil recycling abilities with water because people get a little upset, and I don't want to put oil in the ground. So let's get rid of this water. Be right back. Yep, and that's the problem, folks. When we got this car, after I fired it up and put starter on there, I knew it was going to be a while before I got to it. So we pulled the plugs out. It's supposed to fill the cylinders up with Marvel Mystery Oil. And bought a car cover, which I found the car cover. It's inside the car. Pulled the taillights out because we were going to do LED conversion. Then we wound up not working on it no more, which I knew it was going to sit for a while. But my guys, or me, I like to blame it on somebody else. I had a couple employees at the time. Could have been me. Maybe they just assumed I was going to do it, because I didn't pull the taillights out. One of my guys did. Never put the plugs back in. And they got towed from one shop to another shop, from that shop to this shop. And another storage lot in between over these last 6 to 8 years. And I think just all the buildup and condensation and hurricanes and tornadoes and all the other stuff that we get over here on the coast, it just built up over time. Got a Camaro with the T-tops, but it's the V6. Sounds amazing. Not that sounds amazing. Man, oh man, oh man. This is gonna take a while. So I'm literally just gonna undo this and walk away for a couple of hours and go cut grass. Yep. Yeah, it's gonna do that for a while. So anyway, let's go be productive and do something else. Here we go. It's trying. That's regular oil, and it's freaking look at me being cheap. Oh my god, it's so clean too. I can see through it, and it's real oil. Yeah, all right, let it drain. It's just 20 bucks. Fine, let it drain. All right, let me go do something else so I don't think about it. All right, when I say let's go do something else, I meant let's pull the oil filter off. See if it's contaminated too. Bosch oil filter? That wasn't me. Yeah, it's contaminated too. All right. But look at that oil filter housing. Look how brand new that is on the inside. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? All right, let me go get just run to the parts store, get an oil filter, some oil, and some Marvel Mystery oil. Yep, let's do that. Next day, back at it. Got a couple of oil filters in. I just took this and make the noise. Blew off all the dirt because that creeper sucks. We got an oil filter in. I always put the date on it, even though I'm probably going to wind up doing it again. I just did that out of habit without even thinking about it. I need to get a funnel. I just checked the blood stick, the shifter, transmission. Man, I watched way too much Vice Grip Garage. That looks good. There's no moisture on that. Which that tells me it's not flood corn, if that makes sense. Usually if this thing sits in like a river, that transmission would be full too, and it is not. I am beginning to wonder if somebody didn't just pop this hood one day and shove a damn water hose in it, because that was 10 quarts. Anywho, let's go find a funnel, a battery, keys would be nice. Put 4 quarts of oil in it to waste it and see if it'll spin over. All right, here we go. Back underneath the car. You know, I was just thinking, funnels, car keys, sunglasses, and for all you smokers out there, cigarette lighters. How much time of our lives do you think we have wasted on searching for such items? Like, not just hours, probably a year. I can never find the funnel that I'm looking for. Or car keys that I don't put up immediately. Get on this. I'm spinning an awful lot. Not getting tight. Oh yeah, there you go. Now you're tight. Good enough. Not nearly as bad as I was thinking it was going to be. So that's cool. Oh, big boy issues. Not nearly. Oh, you know what? Let's do it again. This time, let's put the oil filter on. I'll be right back. All right, we got 3.5 quarts. I just put in the engine because I put the other half quart in the oil filter. And after spending an hour, I think I found the right keys. Little T-Bird emblem, I'm hoping. I don't remember. Push my little MG GT up out of the way. Let's see what else. That's it. Oil filter's on, fresh oil in there. I've only got 4 quarts total because I'm if it does spin over, I will put plugs back in it, and if it pops over, I will add another quart of more mustard oil and let her get the operating temperature a few times and see if I can get this thing to move under its own power. If it moves under its own power, I'm gonna put it in my little storage lot over there for a couple months, and then I will change the oil again later on. Very, very soon. I gotta sneeze. No, bless me. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right. Let's see if these keys work. This sport car. Oh man, them seats were in good condition. The what was that? Oh, I think Mr. Victor is cutting his grass. Okay. Seats were in good condition when I first got it. You can see the trim was still decent, but dirty. I think we were going to do carpet, so while we pulled the seals off. I don't know, but all the important bits are not rusted out, which is pretty awesome. Got some rust over there in that corner right about there, which I can weld metal back in. Anyway, I'm babbling. Let's see if this key works. Let's see if the key works. Yes. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Oh, that's nasty. That's pretty cool. Look at them cool gauges. 120 miles an hour. No way. And the odometer's reading 11,853. Is that 111,000? Probably. Or that thing doesn't work. What is that? Guys, I've had this car a really long time, and this is the first time I've actually sat in it and looked around because I just never had time. So this interior is not as bad as I was expecting. Yep, alright. Oh yeah, somebody got a hold to it. Tried to do aftermarket music. That explains those big wires. Anywho, let's we've wasted so much time with the keys. I found the key. Let's go get a battery and a jump box and see if she spins over freely since it has no plugs in it. Yep, here we go. Now if I remember correctly, let's pull this off, make sure there is no critters. Yeah, that's not supposed to be there, but I'm not complaining. All right, if I remember correctly, what motor is this? It does not tell you. It was probably right there. More than likely it's a 390, but they did do some 427s, I think. It's probably a 390. All right, if I remember correctly, like almost all old Fords, I should be able to jump this solenoid and it engage the starter without turning the key, because I just want her to spin right now. So break out the trusted power probe. 12.9. Let's turn the jump box on. Give it some extra juice. Here we go. I'll say here we go, but that's the wrong one. Let's try this other terminal. Oh yeah, nice. She spins freely. Let's do it again. And let's do it again. I keep falling off the probe. Alright, I'm noticing the crank spinning, but this other belt not, because I've got the water pump pulley undone. Alright, let's put the water pump pulley bolts, which are right there, back in. I don't know why I did that. I turned on the flashlight. Turn off. Turn off. Alright, so I'm super happy. Engine spun over nice and freely. Actually, let's just pull those belts off because they're not needed right now at all. They're not. Give me, let go. I want you to come off. There we go. Put you down and you can watch. Yep. I'm not gonna fight it. I'm just gonna loosen that up. Water pump pulley off. Came off pretty easy. Power steering is locked up. How about that? Idler pulley good, idler pulley good, alternator good, water pump locked up. Okay. Anyway, shot some WD-40. Hopefully some oils get down there. There's a little diaphragm in the fuel pump. Hopefully it'll come back to life. It may have been good already. Who knows? I don't know. I want to know, is this car points or is it got a electrical box somewhere? Points. Okay. So now I want to know, is it going to have sparky? Alright, let's give her the juices. Everything's in the way. I can't hear myself think. Alright, that should engage my starter. Let's see if we got spark. I'm gonna say no. Don't shock me. There is zero play in that distributor. Took the cap off, loosened up the two flatheads, took some 400 grit sandpaper. Come on, man, really? Took some 400 grit sandpaper and used all four corners to clean the points off. They were very, very corroded. Now, Google interweb says the spark plug gap is anywhere between 32 and 35. The points gap is going to be 17 to 20. Timing is between 6 and 12. So let's put that points gap around 19 if you can. I happen to have a set of feeler gauges because I was going to redo these plugs that I'm probably just going to buy new ones. I don't know. Let's see if we can get fire first. So anyway, we're gonna put that one on the crank, rotate it over to the lobe. It's pushing, opening the gap, and then we're gonna set the gap to where this is just barely dragging. Tighten everything up and spin everything over again and see if we got spark. I have a Jeep here. Maybe my customer for brakes. Let's find out. Be right back. Nope, just a tire kicker for the sport bike over there. Anyway, ow, I hit my head on that. That's not fun. Alright. So, just barely dragging. And you can see I got the lobe up on the perfect spot. So, we should hopefully have sparky now, as long as the cool's good. Actually, let's plug everything back in. Let's see if we got power going to that coil. If I remember correctly, the key over there is on. So test, yep. Yep, we have power going to the coil. Let's speed that over, see if we got spark. Oh, there's some spark. Yes. Why was it intermittent? Does this thing have to be plugged into? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Spark, and then I didn't have spark, and then I had spark, and then I didn't have spark. Wait a minute, I think I see why. It came out of adjustment, so it should be closed right now, and it is slightly open. I bet I can get a thin feeler gauge there where I should be able to. Should not be able to get anything through there. Whew, it's alive. Let's take this off and do it again. Do. Yep, so that's my issue. Out of adjustment. There should not be a gap there. So let's redo these points one more time. Turn the camera off. Got another looky-loo. Be right back. About 15 times I've been stopped on my bike today. This guy likes it, fits him well. I did not crank it up for him because he goes, "Oh, I gotta ask my wife." I said, "Well, then you're just wasting my time right now." Anyway, reset the gap. Let's see if we get more consistent spark this time. Oh yeah, she got all the spark. That makes me happy. All right, let's put the distributor back on and see if we got spark to the spark plug. I might be able to do that while you're rolling. Rotor button. Let's give it a little clean, just in case. Where do you want to sit? Is that your spot? That is your spot right there. Alright, something just fell off. I don't know what it was. Now, I want to see spark right there. That would make me really happy. Let's get this down here. No sparky there. Let's find a better spot. Clean all these, clean them, move them, whatever. That's in there, that's in there. I mean, the coil could still be bad, so that is a possibility. Yep, no spark there. Alright, so now I am going to try not to electrocute myself. I'm gonna probably edit most of that out anyway. All right, I got that where I can see it. Let's put power probe. Oh yeah, coil's good. So let's try it again. And then let me go get a multimeter, test this coil. Yep, we'll try it one more time. It's just been dirty. Oh, there we go. We got spark. Nice. All right, let's clean up some spark plugs. Those. Put them back in. Or let's go price out some new ones. Yeah, let's price out some new ones. Here we go. Doobie-doobie-doo. Brand new spark plugs. More of a mystery oil. A little bit of electrical tape because I messed that up. Also, good news is it's actually full of coolant, so that's good. And the water pump is now free, and so is the power steering pump. Just had to put a little bit of elbow grease in them. I still don't think they'll make it long, but it'll be good enough to hopefully fire this bad boy up. So the firing order is correct as far as like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're all going to their respective numbers, assuming that distributor's incorrect. Because all the diagrams I see, number 1 is up here, but they got number 1 right here. So if it acts super funny, distributor's in wrong. But I don't think that's going to be the case because I'm 90% sure we had this car running years and years ago when we first got it. I don't see me wasting my time on it. I don't know. Anyway, let's put a gallon of fuel. This thing's so low when you try to put a funnel in it and pour gas in it, it's just pouring on the ground. So let's use technology. The magic hose. All right, fellas, don't get excited. I charge extra. Yeah, it'll take this whole thing in seconds. Like, I'm not even putting the Marvel Mystery Oil in until I hear this thing pop off. I don't know what's more deadly, mouse droppings like that or asbestos. Who knows?
All right, let's go get a jump box and check oil pressure, and also cut that headliner out. I am stoked. Actually, let me turn this back on. Okay, got flow there. Let's fix this headliner real quick. And by fix, I mean really fix. There we go. It is fixed. Okay. Oh, steering wheel moves. Forgot about that. Oh, la, 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 la. That's way too much. It also can be used as a cleaner. It's just expensive. Let's see what happens. More ether and more fuel. More ether, more fuel. Trying to get it in that vent tube. So to run more than 5 seconds. Here we go. Okay, now I think I'm gonna buy an HEI distributor and do the plugs again. Actually, what I need to do now is a compression test. I'll do that after I do this about 5 more times. See if I can make sure all the rings are seated and stuff like that. But I don't want to run it hot either. So I'm gonna go in between, wait a minute, redo it, wait a minute, redo it. But it's alive. And I hadn't pushed the brake pedal yet. But I'm gonna take, as a matter of fact, let's do it right now. Let's see if we got brake juices. What do we have here? That's backwards. Now, I don't know how to do this mechanism. It's like a distributor, but backwards. Yeah, look at all that. Getting a little warm, not hot, but warm from that's pretty cool. I want to use these. Just from running and all the previous Marvel Mystery Oil that was in the system, and WD-40 sprayed in the cylinders and all that good stuff. Still got brake juice, and it's not disturbingly nasty, so that's cool. So let's put that back on. Wipe off the hands. Push a brake pedal. All right, here we go. Ready? Oh, come on, come back up. Damn. Oh, it's slowly coming up. I think I hear a squirt. All right, either way, there's absolutely zero brakes, but at least it's not stuck. So I'll pump on these brakes a little bit and start looking for leaks, because I'm sure we ruptured a brake line somewhere, even though that shit was new. Yep, there's the brake line. Guarantee that's brake fluid. Yep, brake fluid. All right, that's the next project. We'll do that tomorrow, get it jacked up and find out what is broken there. So cool. I am sure that this video has gone on long enough, so we're gonna call it a part 1 and part 2 of reviving the T-Bird. It is running. I haven't tried to put it in gear yet, but it is leaking all the fuel out the carburetor. Can you see it? Can you see it? Really, really fast. See all that's wet down there? I don't know if you can see it. Just take my word for it. And I want to be able to rev it up without it exploding and catching fire. So I'm gonna pull the carburetor off tomorrow and do a quick cleaning and rebuilding and make sure the floats work. And then hopefully it will run better off of more than 6 cylinders. And we'll start another video section. So for now, I am also gonna charge the battery up while I rebuild the carburetor or clean the carburetor. But we're gonna call it good for now. And a success. I really was expecting to do an LS swap to it or something weird. So the fact that the motor actually runs without knocking, it's pretty awesome.